What's going on, Gruz Gang, and welcome back to the channel. So if you've been checking out any of my live streams over on Twitch, chances are you know about my virtual avatar, Seo-chan. VTubing has become one of those things that has just really taken off on the internet a lot over the past several years, and more people are wanting to get into becoming a VTuber. Unfortunately, VTubing can become quite expensive, but that doesn't mean that you can't still have a great VTubing experience even without a lot of money. This is also going to depend on whether or not you're a VTuber that makes content for YouTube, or if you're going to be a VTuber that's going to do live streams. If you're making content on YouTube and you're using your software to do stuff like this, it's probably going to be fine. However, the minute you start trying to do a 4 to 6 hour live stream with one of those really heavy AAA titles that pulls a lot of resources off of your computer and you've got your software up and running, you're going to find out really fast just how limited your hardware is. Don't worry, I've got a few tips and tricks that just might help you out, even if you have something of a low-end computer and you still want to be able to live stream and still deliver a really good VTuber performance. If you've already gotten into VTubing, you already know about the free software that you can use like VSeeFace and vMagic Mirror. However, they can be pretty demanding on your computer in and of themselves, especially when you try to run them next to a really heavy game. Both VSeeFace and vMagic Mirror have options that you can turn on and off. You can reduce some of your frame rate, you can turn your camera quality down, and you can turn off certain system features that the softwares offer. So what do you do when you really want to run that game and you want to run your VTuber software, but your system just doesn't have the memory for it? Well, here are a few things that you can do that might free up some of your resources. Turn off your web browser. You don't really need your web browser to check on your stream, your chat, or your Twitch dashboard. You can do that either with your phone or you could use your OBS software. OBS Studio has a feature that allows you to take the pop-outs from your Twitch dashboard and turn them into docs right there on the UI of OBS Studio. It makes OBS a little bit beefier. It does pull a little bit more resources, but it's not near as much as running both OBS and a web browser at the same time. So you've probably freed up about 800 to a gig of memory like that. Another thing you can do is, of course, turn down some of those settings in VSeeFace and vMagic Mirror. vMagic Mirror has an option that lets you do eye tracking with just your cursor and an option that lets you cut the frames per second in half, though I've still had it kind of lag from time to time. If none of this works and you still want to have some sort of VTuber representation on your stream, here's another option that I think a lot of people won't have a problem with, and that is a PNG tuber. If you've watched any of your favorite VTubers stream with their friends on Twitch, you've seen their friends show up as some sort of a bouncing PNG whenever they talk. Getting all of those avatars together on screen at the same time would require a massive amount of technical wizardry, but there is a program you can use that you can do this for yourself without having to go through any of the Discord add-ons or workarounds, and that's called VTube Mini. It's a PNG tuber software that lets you put up an image of your VTuber or whatever you want as your representation, and it bounces and does stuff whenever you talk. It's very lightweight, your computer never even knows it is there, and I use it many times whenever I'm running a game that is just so intensive that it's utilizing the full resources of my computer and won't let me run anything else. This is a great option for those of you that still want to have your avatar presence represented in your game and still get the job done. If your viewers are already familiar with what a VTuber is, they're going to be familiar with what this is because they've probably seen it before and they're not going to have a problem with it. And you can get creative in how you use this in your transitions in your OBS. Being a VTuber is a lot like being the Wizard of Oz. There's a lot of lever pulling, button mashing, and hand cranking going on behind that curtain. But I think in the end, it's all worth it. Being a VTuber can be very stressful, and I know all too well the fears of wanting to put on a great performance and have everything go great. Hopefully, I've helped some of you out with that. If you have any questions, just hit me up in the comments, or if you want to see my virtual setup in action, you can check me out at the link below where I do my Twitch streaming, and you can also check out my full VODs over on my gaming channel. If you'd like to support the channel, you can also do that too. Have a great day, everyone. Keep being awesome, and I will see you all in the next video.